You'll be hearing a lot about the assassination of President Kennedy as we come up on the 50th anniversary next week. But tonight, we have something that you haven't heard before. The University of Virginia has given CBS News access to newly enhanced Dallas police recordings that tell the story of that day from beginning to end. Here's Bob Schieffer.
Between the hisses and the crackles, the story of that fateful day is captured on primitive dictabelt recordings from the Dallas Police Department.
Crossing downtown Dallas now.
It's kind of a soundtrack. It points to the silent films that we're all used to seeing of the crowds in Dallas and then the tragedy in Dealey Plaza.
Larry Sabato is the author of The Kennedy Half-Century.
People just couldn't get enough of it.
The crowds were enormous.
Crowds a dozen rows deep were eager to see the young, stylish first couple.
Crowd on Main Street's in real good shape. They got them back off on the curb.
At about 12:30 p.m., as the president's limousine turned onto Elm Street, the police chatter turned from routine to urgent.
Looks like the president's been hit. Help, stand by. 10-4 Parkland has been notified.
Sirens can be heard as the motorcade races the 4 miles to Parkland Hospital.
The president's head was practically blown off.
It was the first real assessment of just how seriously the president had been hurt. Back at Dealey Plaza, the search for whoever killed the president and wounded Texas Governor John Connally focused on a 7-story brick building.
Get some men up here to cover this building. This Texas school broke apart at the door. They believe that their shots come from that. Attention all squads. The suspect from Elman, Houston is reported to be an unknown white male about 30, slender build, 5 feet 10 inches tall, 165 pounds, armed with what is thought to be a .30-30 rifle. No further description at this time or information.
The suspect turned out to be Lee Harvey Oswald. He had taken a bus and a cab to his rooming house, picked up a jacket and pistol, then headed out again.
And he was walking down the street, and police officer J.D. Tippett called him over to his police car, and he just shot him at point-blank range.
It was a horrible act, and certainly not the act of an innocent person.
Now, Oswald was wanted for 2 murders. He was on the run, but not for long.
If we have information that a suspect just went in the Texas theater on West Jefferson. 10-4. Supposed to be hiding in the balcony.
The police found him sitting in the rear of the theater.
The suspect has been apprehended at Texas Theater and route to station.
Aboard Air Force One, still on the ground in Dallas, another drama was unfolding.
We have information now. Judge Sarah Hughes is leaving Parkland en route to Love Field to swear President Johnson in.
With Jackie Kennedy at his side, Lyndon Baines Johnson took the oath as the 36th President of the United States. And Air Force One, now carrying 2 presidents, took off for Washington, D.C.
We don't need anything else out here. We don't need an ambulance or anything. We're just about to clean it up now.
They cleaned up the scene, but could never erase the painful memories preserved forever on the Dallas police recordings of November 22nd, 1963. Bob Schieffer, CBS News, Dallas.
If you'd like to hear more of these recordings, we have a link to them at cbsnews.com.